one thing I'll tell you, that's just Ahmadiyyat Islam 101. That's Nizam Jamaat 101, what Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani envisioned. That when somebody is given a rank in the Jamaat, age becomes irrelevant. It's that rank that's important. These brothers gave me the respect which you had no idea. You know, they were all older than me, all these regional qaideen, and I cannot imagine whether that can happen in any other worldly organization. That's a core thing, and you will see that particularly with that turnover in regional qaideen. Some of our regional qaideen are very young this year. As it turns out, some of them are very young. Some of you as local qaideen may be older than them. The message they teach us is the regional qaid who's the big brother. If he's 10 years younger than you, irrelevant. So I'll just go over the names. Anas Mirza Sahab, Iftikhar Khan Sahab, he was our Mohtamim audio video. He still serves as Naib Mohtamim. Ahmad Chaudhry Sahab, you're here because that's just a change in role. He's now serving as Mohtamim audio video. Mirza Ehsan Ahmad Sahab, he's served us as Muawin Sadr. Ahmad Antar Sahab, Khalid Maqsood Ahmad Sahab, Usman Mangla Sahab, he was our Muhasib. Abdul Rahim Latif Sahab, alhamdulillah, still serves us as Muawin Sadr, but this is for the recognition of his services as Naib Sadr. Atif Rahman Mia Sahab still serves as Naib Mohtamim for Tarbiyat Mubayin, but this is for his services as Mohtamim Tarbiyat Mubayin. Masood Ashraf Sahab has successfully completed his tenure as regional qaid as well. Abu Bakr Saeed Sahab. So all of these people, I can go on, and every individual member, just like these plaques are together in my hand, I think that's how their respect is in my heart. I thank all of them. Jazakallah. So alhamdulillah, now we are off to our next event, which is the recognition of Mufti Muhammad Sadiq Lifetime Commitment Award. I will request Abdul Rahim Hub Sahab, our Tarbiyat Mubayin Mohtamim, to please come at the stage, and our respected guests, Brother Abdul Kareem from Chicago, Brother Hamza Zainuddin, I would request you to please come join us on the stage with respected Naib Amir Sahab. And it's over to you, Rahim Bhai, now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Shadu an la ilaha illallah, shadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. While we're getting set up here, there's a very short PowerPoint introduction. I just wanted to say a couple introductory words about our event. First, I'd like to acknowledge local Sadr Sahab, Dr. Rahman, of course our distinguished panel and guests, and also a couple guests we have with us. This is being presented today by the National Department No Mobayin, or New Converts. We actually have a local No Mobayin with us today, Brother Matthew Worth. I actually saw just joined us. Also, I don't know if he's here yet, we also have a student, Josh Miles, and another student, I'm sorry I didn't catch her name. But they're local university students who have contacted our Jamaat in the past few weeks and have been studying and doing some interviews with some members of our Jamaat. So I just wanted to acknowledge them. Thank you for coming. So let me say a couple words about Mufti Muhammad Sadiq. If you don't know, and I think many of you do, a very monumental and important figure in American history of Islam. This is a man who in the 1920s, essentially on his own dime, this was not a time when the Jamaat was fully funded and we had missionaries being sent around the world, boarded a ship and set sail for the United States of America to preach the true Islam. On his way, of course, we've heard the stories that he actually gained dozens of converts on the ship with so much time to spare. And then the authorities, once he landed, were a little concerned about his intentions and his activities, and so they held him up in a detention center. In the detention center, of course, he also gained dozens, I believe it was over 40 converts to Islam, and they threw him out of the detention center. So that actually expedited his immigration to the United States, alhamdulillah. So, you know, with a background in that, I just wanted to mention that because it's that mentality of finding a way, taking advantage of every opportunity, and in fact, creating opportunities where really none exist. You know, sometimes we might get bogged down in some of the things we might not have not have internet connection or be able to text at a certain moment, but some of these early members in the Jamaat who set out to spread the word, and then of course some of those early converts who came into the fold of Islam Ahmadiyyat when there wasn't big beautiful masjids built everywhere and a system of Nizami Jamaat that supported that and supported their growth, and a lot of that was done on their own. We set up that? Okay, so we're still working on that. As far as the award that has been put together, I believe it was started 2 years ago, the Mufti Muhammad Sadiq Award, which was started by my predecessor, and he's also still part of the Department of Naumobayin, is Atif Mian Sahab. And we've awarded this award to those converts and members of our Jamaat who not only were early converts themselves and have you know, been an integral part of this Jamaat, but they've stood the test of time. And they have been through a lot of history in the Jamaat, and they've seen a lot unfold, and they have a lot to share with us. And this is why we decided to recognize them from this department, because for new converts, often there is a lot of trials, tribulation, ups and downs, estrangement maybe from family, different cultural barriers, different things that get them off course. And we wanted to recognize those very special Naumobayin who lasted, who basically developed their faith and then became strong, integral members and contributed a great amount to this Jamaat, and is one of the reasons we're sitting here today and spread all the way to the West Coast, where we, not too long ago, didn't really have any members or any centers, and now we sit in one of the biggest centers in the world that we have, mashallah. Okay. 2 minutes? I don't know if I have 2 minutes more worth of material. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start, actually I wanted to recognize one of our respected brothers who could not make it today, who is actually receiving the award, but due to health complications or problems he's having currently, he couldn't make it. He's actually Brother Abdul Rakib Wali, who actually resides in Merced, California at this time. He was born in Chester, Pennsylvania, so back east, April 17th, 1932. He first heard about Ahmadiyyat in 1958 through a non-Ahmadi musician, which we had quite a bit of musicians, you know, as early converts, especially amongst the African-American jazz community, and read Ahmadiyyat, the True Islam, which was written by Khalifatul Masih, or our second Khalifa. It was that book that led him into Ahmadiyyat. He signed Bayat in Boston, Massachusetts in 1959. Wali Sahib said that at the time of his Bayat he was unemployed and actually to some degree living called himself a street person, and said it was at that point and through Ahmadiyyat it really changed his life, and he decided the importance of education was a priority. He went back to school. He finished high school. He actually didn't have a high school education at that time, and then wound up going to Brandeis University, where he majored in Mediterranean studies. He also learned Arabic there. From there, he got involved in community work, started teaching English as a second language, and wound up becoming a Muslim chaplain. Traveled the world actually teaching. He taught in Saudi Arabia, Nigeria,